So just before the break, we started to talk about artificial intelligence. Where does the panel see the opportunities for Australia's economic recovery that AI might enable?
There's a few key areas that they say are the near-term AI drivers, and one of those is health. And certainly Australia has punched above its weight in health. So that's things like applications of AI for diagnostics, for triaging patients, for medical imaging and radiology. There's so many different areas. We've seen applications to things like melanoma treatment. So application of AI in healthcare, there's a lot of opportunity there. Obviously financial services you've already mentioned, but there's so much opportunity to automate many of those processes, but also to start bringing in predictive learning and support decision making in a better way using artificial intelligence, so becoming much more optimised in terms of the way we work and being able to apply those jobs to better areas. And then you sort of move into the other big area, which is automotive, and that's probably not something which is necessarily Australia's strength. But coming up behind that, you have things like on-demand manufacturing, so applications to our advanced manufacturing industry. And from an Australian perspective, applications to agriculture and applications to mining. We could certainly, lead the world in some of those pieces if we wanted to with AI.
Given some of the earlier comments about how so much of Australia's economy relies on the primary industries and agriculture, it's like those are also the same industries where the least amount of these technologies are being applied. It's a completely underexplored area of the economy, and there's so much that we can do just through the application of data science and helping the industry to collect high-quality data in an automated way. It reduces the overall cost, allows them to make data-driven insights and data-driven decisioning, and that can revolutionize an industry. And it's instead of trying to tell people what the answer is, they can see for themselves, they can make a decision, and then they can explore what the consequences of that decision are in near real time, because they're looking at the results. It's visualized in a graphical interface, and they can go, okay, like I can see tangible results. And that encourages people to participate more in data collection, data aggregation, and treating data as an asset of an organization. A lot of people don't understand that data is fundamentally an asset. And if you don't treat it as such, you don't treat it like a tangible asset, like a building, like it depreciates quickly, and it may even become a risk to your organization. And so it's really important that people understand that it's an asset, that they look after it, that they nurture it, and that they can then extract value from it.
Minister, what about the promise of AI for public services?
Yeah, look, this is a great discussion because obviously I'm very passionate about technology and AI, but I think there's a role for government to play here, and it's obviously investing in AI, but investing in the ethical framework and the use around it. Because ultimately, whether it's machine learning, AI, whichever term of art you want to use, it's about decision making. And particularly as we move into really deep and complex areas of decision making around health and personalised health, we really do need to have an ethical framework around that and therefore bring the public with us on that journey.